Good morning. I feel like it's been full of resources for parents. We just talked about, trying to discipline our teenagers, our toddlers. But what do you do when you know your kids are on social media? They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're on Instagram, and quite often the kids are smarter than we are. So we have Cassie Slane in this morning. We're talking about different apps that you can have just to monitor what your kids are doing. We're not necessarily saying that you're spying and you're being a bad parent, but you should, I think, know what your kids are doing on social media.
It's true. And I have 3 kids, and it's really important to keep an eye on what they're doing. And it's more and more dangerous these days with more cyberbullying going on. The first one we have is called GoGoStat. This was actually developed by one of the founders of the International Bullying Foundation. Now, this will actually help. You can track them on Facebook. You can see if they post or receive any inappropriate messages.
So somebody is bullying your child, because it's not always that your kid is the bad one. Somebody else could be harassing your kid. How would you see that?
It will pick up those key words and it will tell you, and you'll get an alert. You have a pending friends task. It'll tell you the age and location of any person that your child is about to friend. So if you have a 16-year-old daughter and they just friended a 40-year-old man in New Jersey, you will get an alert that they just did. It also has a panic thing that you can do where you can send something to police if there's an emergency.
That's excellent.
It is. The next one is Minor Monitor. Now, this is very analytical. This is like a whole dashboard. This works with Facebook. You set it up through Facebook, and it will tell you if your child is using profanity, sexual language.
Oh, I love it. I have a girlfriend
like
who just found out that her daughter was using all sorts of F-bombs. We couldn't believe it. This is a cute little kid. You would never guess she was cussing up a storm.
It's crazy. And, it has this whole chart. It tells you when they post, what time of day, who they're friends with, all things.
Look at this sentiment, positive or negative.
Right.
And then it tells you even the time of day. Is your kid on at 10 o'clock at night while you're in another room sleeping? You can see that. What's the name of this app?
This one's called Minor Monitor.
Minor. Now, can the kid tell that you're doing all this?
Yes, they'll know that it's set up on their Facebook, which is also a great way just so that they know you're watching. So maybe they will take better care of, responsibility on social media, knowing that you're even watching.
Hey, whatever
works.
Yeah.
And the next one's called SMS Tracker.
Okay.
Now, this is a way to monitor their text messages between the phones.
Okay,
It'll give you their phone logs, who they're calling, who they're talking to, their text messages, and even photos. And it can tell you where they were, track what time of day, where they were when they wrote this text message or called this person. So this is a great one, SMS Tracker. It's very popular. It's already been downloaded over 500,000 times.
So you can see what somebody is tweeting or texting your child?
Yes, through their phone. And these are all set up either through Facebook or on the phone, and parents will have full access to what they do. And if you set it up through Facebook, you actually have to change the security settings for your child's Facebook account so that you can monitor it. So yeah, there's a couple of steps to do to set these up, but they're really great ways to keep an eye out because cyberbullying is ending in some serious tragedies.
Sure.
So it's really important, and schools are actually starting to monitor social media. This is a way for parents to really take action themselves.
And I think it's interesting, you mentioned you tell your child, listen, this is what I'm going to be doing. So it's not even necessarily that you're snooping.
Right.
But then they can always say, listen, don't send me those kinds of texts because my mom reads these texts.
Yes.
You can almost protect your kid.
I think it's a good way to keep an extra eye out on what they're doing.
Thank you so much, Cassie.
Sure, sit down.
All right, that's a good one. All right, listen to this.